Well, I've got an absolute amazing selection of items to share with you again today. My name's Walter Neal. I run a company, AntiquesArena, and I'm a UK reseller. I go around antiques fairs, flea markets, charity shops, you name it, buying antiques to sell on. I say antiques, I'll buy anything I like as long as it's quality and interesting. Today we're going to have a look at some selected items from this weekend's buy-in just gone, and I can show you I've got some absolutely beautiful things. And to give you an idea, I'm going to make a start now. This is the first of my items. What we have here is a Moorcroft Pottery Lamp. Now, these are very distinctive in their style. They are what's known as tube line decorated, and what that means is the pattern is actually piped onto the body of the vase, and it forms like a reservoir, and then they fill the enamel in up to the tube lining, and then when it gets fired, then all the colours come through. So very easily identifiable, very collectible. This is the honeysuckle pattern, and this is a large vase. This is like 19-20 inches without the shade. This is a big piece. Now, I paid a fair bit of money for this. I paid £160. So I've put my money where my mouth is. It's in beautiful condition. I tell you what, if you was to buy something like this direct from Moorcroft, you're up over £1,000 at least. Beautiful thing. I've got the fit-in and the shade to go with it. So that goes on like so, and you got your shade. So it comes with its shade as well, which will make shipping a nightmare, but it will make selling it that much easier because people haven't got to look for a shade. So you've got a beautiful, absolutely beautiful Moorcroft lamp, £160, and I'm very happy. It took me all of 2 minutes on Google search engine to find the pattern. All I done was just type Moorcroft patterns and just scour through the pictures till I found it. Easily done. So that's just an example of what's to come. This next piece, beautiful piece of English bone china. Listen to that ring, that just tells you there's no cracks. If it had any cracks, it'd just be a dull thud. Now this, the entire pattern is in gold gilding, and the pattern name is Gold Aves. It's not actually wrote on this one. Normally you'd have Gold Aves wrote underneath here, the pattern name, but it doesn't have that. I would presume that makes this a bit earlier, in my opinion, before they updated the mark. However, it's a first. If it was a second, it would have a big scratch running through the Royal Crown Derby mark. Now, let me tell you, this stuff is very sought after. It's in beautiful condition. It's an octagonal bowl. A teapot in this Gold Aves pattern is like £500–600 on eBay. eBay prices, sold prices, not asking. These are seriously desirable, and it's in beautiful condition. The gilding is bright, beautiful. It's no wear, no chips, no cracks. I paid £30. Now that is a nice score for English bone china Royal Crown Derby for £30. That's a winner. Now, this next pair of vases, I was down in Cardiff in the pumping station, which is a massive antique shop. or Antique Centre. I will make a video of it one day for you so you can actually see just the size and what it's got available. But I bought this, a pair. Both perfect, no chips, no cracks. So what have we got? We got an Art Nouveau vase with a hand-painted tulip. Now on the base it has an impressed number of 6459, and then in handwritten ink 6459, 2468 and 34. Now they're all going to relate to pattern numbers, artist numbers, things like that. Now I have had a little look online. There's the backs, pretty plain on the backs. I had a look online and somebody has a single up, and they've actually listed it as Limoges, so French Limoges hand-painted Art Nouveau, and they are asking $145 for one. Take a look. Now I know we can't go by asking prices, I'm not crazy, I'm just showing it because I didn't actually know who made these vases. When I purchased them, I just saw they had an Art Nouveau design. I thought they were beautiful. They were £10 for the pair. Now Art Nouveau, easy way of identifying Art Nouveau. Art Nouveau has flowing, organic, reverting back to nature designs. Art Deco is very geometrical and sharp edges and things. So yeah, pair of Limoges, if that's correct. I got to do a bit of research to confirm his description. But if they are Limoges, then for a tenner, fiver a vase, Art Nouveau, period, in good condition, that's a real winner. What can I say? I'm over the moon with that. I was buying them no matter who they were, because obviously period Art Nouveau is very desirable, and a pair of anything increases the value. So I had a perfect pair, Art Nouveau, period, antique, hand painted. I couldn't go wrong with a tenner, could I? I really couldn't. Next piece we have is a bit of Cloisonne. Now, Cloisonne is very similar in style to the Moorcroft, only in metal. Now, you can have it in silver, you can have it in brass, copper, whatever. Now, what they do is, if you look very closely at the design, you can see all the enamels have a gold outline. Now, that gold outline is actually wire. And what they do, they solder all the wire on, like the Moorcroft pipe the pattern on. These solder the wire on, place the enamels in, and then fire the vase. Cloisonne is a very expensive process to do now, and if you got any damage on there, getting it restored is expensive and just not worth the hassle. It's a nice piece. Now, I'm under no delusions, this is 20th century. I don't think it's that old at all. It's got a little bit of age to it, but it's certainly the last half of the 20th century, in my opinion. And I'm thinking Japanese rather than Chinese with the stalks, but I could be wrong. But we're just going to call it Oriental for now. Cloisonne, and it cost me £15. It's a nice piece of Cloisonne and in good condition. Some crazing and cracking and that to the base that you'd expect, but the actual is no dents. It's a nice pattern. It's just a nice vase, so I was having that. This is small but beautiful. This has to be proof that small things can be beautiful. And doesn't mean because they're small they're not rare. Look at that. Now, have you figured out what that is yet? And I know it's an eagle head. This is what's called a Vesta Case. So you'd open up the top. In there you'd put your matches. And on the side here, you can see that you'd strike them on that little match striker bit there, the rough area. So we have a brass Vesta Case formed as an eagle, in lovely condition. Now, I can't remember how much I paid. It was either £25 or £30. I'd have to look in the book. But it was either 25 or 35. But I also bought it as part of a job lot from Cardiff. But I really, really rate that. That's beautiful. Excuse me. So yeah, in good condition too. Even the hinge is in good condition, which is, unusual. That is, I don't think I've ever seen one before. I've seen some really good Vesta cases, but I don't think I've seen one there of an eagle. And if you collect Vesta cases, about now you're thinking, I want that. Should we have a look at something cute? We have a 1930s, 1950s, unfortunately Spelton or bronze. And I would think it's a retriever or Labrador or something along them lines. Some sort of gun dog. Beautiful colour on there. Onyx base. It's just a really nice dog. You got to go for a bit of cute now and again. And people love their dogs. I paid £15 for him. And I just absolutely love it. If it was in bronze, I'd love it even more. But do you know what? He's got a beautiful face. Let me see if I can capture that face. Really nice face on him. More often than not, what sells these is how good the face is. If it looks, and reminds people of their dog or the way the dog used to look at them, then price is no object. But a real cute little thing. £15, over the moon. These probably don't need an introduction. You can see on the box exactly who they are, but they are Scottish Edinburgh crystal. You can see the price I paid, which is a tenner. And it is a pair of brandy balloons. I couldn't leave them here. They actually probably come in a little under a tenner because I bought quite a bit off the same gentleman. However, a pair of unused Edinburgh crystal brandy balloons. In good condition. I have to peel that off. They need a wash. They are really, really dusty. But yeah, there are certain patterns you want to look for in Edinburgh crystal. Star of Edinburgh, the thistle pattern, things like that. They can pull serious money. If you get a thistle shaped decanter or something, you're a couple of £100. Look it up. But for a tenner, for a boxed pair of Edinburgh crystal brandy glasses, that's an easy double, 20-25 quid on them, no problem at all. This I absolutely love. I've paid a bit of money for it. Now what we got here, and as you know, I am Welsh in a mining town and live in an ex-miner's house. We have an old brass winding wheel and called seam face. I've never seen one before. Now I've had loads of brass winding wheels. And what's a winding wheel? Basically, this is what you would use to pull the carts from underground. The wheel would just pull the carts out. You've got the coal miners working in the coal face. This is heavy, heavy brass. This piece comes off. That little bit comes off there. Now, it is stamped NVB on there. Can't see no other markings on there. But what I will say, a lot of this stuff was actually produced by miners during the strike to raise money. I'm not saying that's what this example is, but there was a lot of brass figures and other things produced during the strike so they could raise money to feed their families because they couldn't work. But this is quite something. I have never had one. Now I paid £20 for it, which sounds a lot for a brass miner. But you know what? The rarity of this one, I don't think I'll have a problem selling it for a really good profit. And I'd say it's about 3 kilos of brass, I'd guess, between 2 and 3 kilos. It's a really good quality thing and just unusual. I've never had the cold face where they work in the cold face before. Love it. To be honest with you, I think I'd sell that quite easy here in Mountain Ash. As I say, we are a town of coal miners. Well, not now, but we were. Final piece for today's video. Got through them pretty quick. We have 2 elephants. Both in good condition. Really nicely modelled. Beautiful glaze to them. Really nice. And they are by Royal Ducks. Now the stuff you want with Royal Ducks is the Art Deco stuff. You get a Royal Ducks figurine from the 30s and you're in the hundreds of pounds, but these are not that. But that's something for you to look for. Royal Ducks, made in Czechoslovakia. I think that's what it reads. Either way, beautiful pair of elephants. Now I paid £25 for the pair. There isn't a huge profit going to be on these, but a profit there will be. I love elephants. Everybody loves elephants. Is a shame. It probably would have been 3 because they're slightly graduated. So the other is a fraction bigger than this. But the quality of the moulding is absolutely superb. They really are good. So, that's today's mini haul. What can I say? You can see the type of quality I'm managing to find out there though. It's absolutely spectacular. My favourite, I'm torn between the Moorcroft lamp, the Eagle Vesta or the Crown Derby bowl because I absolutely love the 3 of them. The cuteness has to go to the Spaniel. It is cute. As always, I will have spliced photographs in after each item so you can have a really good look at them. And I just hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching and stick around. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.